Okay, we're recording. I'm going to share my screen and hop to it. So, thank you. I really appreciate you hopping on. Hopefully, some people are catching the replay. And tonight, this is kind of like a weird headline to a team call, I feel like, but treating your business or like your business is like baking the perfect cupcake. And I have this analogy from another coach who shared it, but it totally works whether or not you bake, because I totally do not bake, but I think it's going to make sense to everyone. So I'm just going to roll with it. So that's what we're talking about tonight. But first, I want to do some recognition. Last month, November Success Club. Congrats to, excuse me, Nicole Schammer, SC8 after jumping back in. And then I put all the other names up there that did not qualify for Success Club because you still helped change somebody's life. And I, till the day I die, will believe that Beachbody has changed my life. So congratulations to all of you up here who has helped to change somebody's life back in November, and to keep moving that momentum forward. So congratulations, you guys. And then on the board so far this month, Jessica, Stacy, way to go, you guys. I feel like so many people this month like claim to be on the struggle bus, and yes, it is a month where you are going to hear a lot more price objections, but at the same time, like, are you yourself putting in the work? If you've been in it for a while, then I would focus more on follow-ups than new invites. But if you're somebody who's newer in it, I would really do a good combination of both follow-ups and invites, because it is so true that the fortune is in the follow-ups. And I almost guarantee that everyone who you sign up this month, and you can sign 3 people up this month, is going to be from a follow-up and just putting a lot of value out there and really being yourself. Okay, so real quick announcements. Like I say every week, Super Weekend is coming up. It is literally only 1 month away already. Saturday, January 11th. It is in Milwaukee this time at Sheraton 4 Points. It's near the airport. And the time is going to kind of vary. I have 9 to 2 on here, but if you're VIP, you're going to be able to get in at 8 to do like photos and all that stuff and get set up. So it's kind of a wide range of time this time. But just to have these groups up here on Facebook, you can get into the Wisconsin Beachbody Coach Connection Facebook group. That's like what we have running for all Wisconsin coaches, and where we post a lot of the updates. And then there is also a like page. The Wisconsin Super Weekend is the title of it, Wisconsin Super Weekend, and that's where you can always find tickets and any updates as well. Okay, and first I want to talk about, and I really hope some of you are watching this recording, but earning a free trip. Growing up, I did not go on any family vacations. I, honest to God, cross my heart, hope to die. Like, I never thought I would ever go to Mexico, or I would ever leave the country or go on any sort of beachy vacation. I, honest to God, never thought that was in the books for me. And I will be going on my, I think, 3rd all-inclusive earned trip from Beachbody, and I want to share with you how you can do that, because I know a lot of you now should be able to register to get on the wait list for 2021. And I really, really hope that's something that a lot of you want to do, because it really is, it's so amazing. You get to see all the other coaches. Beachbody puts on an amazing event, and it really is such an incredible vacation. So I want to dig a little deeper and like just tell you the specifics of it. So Success Club Trip 2021, it will most likely be announced at this coming Super Weekend. Don't quote me at that. If I'm remembering correctly from the past, they've announced it at the January Super Weekend, when and where the trip will be. And then also at that time, you should be able to go in. They'll give you the link or whatever to register, I think. So we'll know where and when and stuff probably at the Super Weekend. And then how to get on the list. So when the trip is announced, whether it's at Super Weekend or if they do it at a different time. I'm pretty certain they'll announce it at Super Weekend. They'll give you a link or a website where you can go, and you have to register to get on the wait list. If you don't register, then there's no chance of you going. You have to register to get on the wait list. And then from there, Beachbody invites every coach who based on this year's 2019 Success Club. I'm just going to back up for a second for you guys hopping on, because this totally relates to you too. So earning a free trip through Beachbody, I will be going on my third one. And it's just absolutely amazing. So real quick, run through again. So Success Club trip, it'll be in 2021. It's usually in like March sometime, and it will most likely be announced at this coming Super Weekend where it will be and the dates of it. Okay, so going back into how to get on the list to be able to go. So when the trip is announced, they'll give you a link or a website where you go in and register to get on the wait list. You have to register to get on the list. If you do not register, then there is a 0% chance of you getting invited to go on it. You have to register to get on the wait list. And then from there, Beachbody invites all of the coaches based on this year, 2019, based on your Success Club points earned this year. And then we'll continue to pull people off the list until it's full. So they'll start at the top of the list, who's earned the most Success Club points this year, go all the way down the list. And a lot of people will deny it for whatever reason, that they will not go on the trip, or throughout the year, people will register to go on the trip, but then all of a sudden they'll cancel, and then they'll continue to invite people off the list. So if you've earned, had any Success Club points this year, I would still recommend registering, because you never know. I know a lot of people who did end up getting invited off of the list, and they were just like totally surprised that they got invited off of it. But that's how it works. So you're not guaranteed, but something to definitely to work towards next year for future and everything. And then once you get invited off the list, there's a $300 deposit to hold your spot. Okay. And then from there, how you get the trip paid for. So yeah, you pay the $300 deposit, and that holds your spot. And then in 2020, this is where you get to pay for it. One Success Club point equals $5 towards your trip. Or towards your trip. So if you earn 2 Success Club points in the month of February, then that's $10 towards your trip. Right? If you qualify for Success Club, so if you hit Success Club 5 or higher, meaning you have 5 or more Success Club points, and you have 90 PV on Home Direct. So if you're getting Shakeology every month, then that counts, right? So if you qualify for Success Club, then 1 Success Club point equals $10 towards your trip. So if you hit SC10, then that's $100 towards your trip. And so that's how Success Club points count towards your trip dollars. And then if you get off the list to be invited to go, there is a minimum number of Success Club points that you have to earn within a quarter in order to maintain on the trip. You don't have to hit Success Club every month, but in order to stay on to be able to go, you have to hit a minimum number of Success Club points in that quarter, and I can look that up. But you'll receive monthly emails letting you know where you are in terms of trip dollars, and then you are billed quarterly. So if you don't earn enough money to cover your payment that quarter, then however you pay that deposit, they'll use that same card information to bill you quarterly. So if you don't qualify enough to cover the cost of the trip, then at least it's broken up into chunks versus having to pay it all at once. And almost always the cost is about $1,200, so it's about $300 a quarter over the course of a year. So that's pretty awesome. And but it really, in January, the trip dollars double. So, if you hit Success Club 10 in January, that's $200 instead of $100 towards your trip. So it's really, really awesome. And especially January being the beginning of the year, people are excited to reach their health and fitness goals. And like I said, like the trips are just so amazing. Beachbody, like they rent out the entire resort. And so it's just coaches and they put on amazing events and stuff for us. And it really is a vacation. Like you don't have to do what Beachbody puts on for us. You could totally do your own thing. And it's a really amazing vacation and you can bring a guest with you. So then all you have to do is your flight there. So I went to Riviera, or no, not Riviera Maya. I don't remember where we went a couple years ago, and then I did a cruise, and this year we're going to Punta Cana, and the only thing I'll have to pay for, and I even upgraded my room, so it was like $1,600, and with hitting Success Club and all of that stuff, it's completely paid for, and we only have to pay for our flights there, so it's a really awesome vacation that Tyler and I get to go on, and we're using it as our honeymoon. So something to keep in mind, and if nothing else, working for a vacation is pretty kind of cool. Okay, so diving into what I actually want to talk about tonight is like business equals a cupcake. And again, I know this is like a weird analogy, but it totally works whether you bake or not. I do not bake, but it still works. Okay, and I'm pretty much just going to read right off my slides. And again, this is an analogy that another coach shared with me, but if like it just works. So how to make a perfect cupcake. So each day in our businesses, the focus is to make the perfect cupcake. So in baking, you want to make sure that all of the ingredients go in. If you're a baker, you probably will get this a little more, unlike me, without one ingredient, the cupcake will not turn out right. Without the balance of ingredients, it still will not turn out right. You have to have all of the ingredients and the right amount of each ingredient in order for your cupcake to turn out that nice, moist, perfect rise and texture and, all those things, the great flavor. All the ingredients have to go together perfectly in order to make that perfect cupcake. So if you look at your cupcake recipe and you take a good look at it as it is, what is missing that is not making it that perfect cupcake? If you want to eat a perfect cupcake every single day, you have to assure that you are adding each ingredient in the right balance every single day. So let's see. This isn't as big as I thought it was, but I will share this graphic in the team page so you can see it. But so like, what do cupcakes have to do with my business? Going a little deeper. So the ingredients to a successful Beachbody business is 15 minutes of personal development. And I can guarantee you, any of these steps, you will not have a lucrative growing business. 15 minutes of personal development every single day is a crucial ingredient to a successful business. 30 to 60 minutes, depending on your program, of physical activity. And there are some rest days in there, but that is a lucrative ingredient to your business. Be proof the product works doesn't always just mean doing that workout, but it's getting results that people can see. Be proof the product works. You have to be proof of that, and the way you get results is by doing the workouts. Another lucrative ingredient to a successful business is 5 to 10 invites minimum every single day. You have to be planting the seed with new people in order to be able to follow up with people and build a lucrative business. 20 minutes of network growth. So whether you're on Facebook or Instagram, you're adding new friends to Facebook and you're following and engaging with new people on Instagram. That's how you get more eyes on your stuff. About 20 minutes of network growth is a lucrative ingredient to building a successful business. 20 minutes of love bombing. And this is watching other people's stories and commenting on it and commenting on people's posts and scrolling with intention, I like to say, versus just, scrolling because you're bored, but scrolling with the intention to like and comment and spread love on other people's stuff. Because if you want people to like your stuff, you have to spread that love in order to receive it back. That is a lucrative ingredient to growing your business. 15 minutes of answering messages if and when you have them. Of course, this depends on how many messages you are getting back, but you have to respond to people. I know there have been a few times where it took me too long to get back to people, and when I finally did, they're like, I'm so sorry it took you so long to get back to me. I ended up joining somebody else because they were ready at that time, and it took me too long to get back to them. So you better believe I do not miss a day or a time pocket every single day of responding to messages. Take a drink of water. It's 1 to 2 social media posts a day. I'm going to say 1 is just fine, but at least bare minimum 5 days a week of posting on social media. Like I get on the weekends, I do at least 6 posts a week, sometimes on Saturdays, but I always show up in my stories, especially if I don't post on a Saturday or whatever. I'm always showing up in my stories. I'm always showing up on social media. But posting on social media is such a lucrative ingredient to building your business, because posting on social media is, yes, it's sharing your fitness journey and showing what it is that you're doing and sharing your progress and all of that, but it's also putting yourself out there, providing value, entertaining people, letting people get to know who you are, speaking your language to connect with other people who are just like you. 10 to 20 stories on Instagram stories, or if you're on Facebook stories too, but I really think you need to be on both because they're both free platforms that you can get more eyes on your profile. And what's the most important part of your business is not what you're putting on social media, but it's what you're not putting on social media. And that's what kind of goes in my stories. It's all of my behind the scenes stuff. I'm sharing clips of my workouts. I'm sharing my daughter running around naked, covering her hoo-ha. I'm sharing like the chaos that she creates in her house. I'm sharing the good, the bad, the ugly, all the things to really let people get to know me. And on my stories, I share a lot of like my favorite household products. I just got a new like a makeup eraser. It's like a washcloth, but it's, because I use makeup wipes. And I shared that on my Instagram stories, and I've had so many messages from people asking me where I got it, how much it costs, how do I like it, all of that stuff. And no, it's not Beachbody related, but I'm building connections with people. I'm building trust with them because I'm sharing stuff that doesn't benefit me, but it's something that I use that can benefit them, save them money, all of those things. And so that's all the behind the scenes on my stories, really giving people a deeper look into my life to build more trust and to entertain people and all of that. 10 to 20 stories on Instagram every single day is a lucrative ingredient to building your business. At least 1 check into your challenge group. Now, I personally run an ongoing group. So every month I just change the topic of it or the theme of the group. And whenever I bring new people on, I just add them right into that group. But every single day I check in there. I'm liking and commenting on people's stuff. I'm showing my sweaty selfie in there. And then every Sunday I do a check-in post where I say, okay, rate yourself in these 3 areas on a scale from 1 to 10. How were your workouts this past week? How was your nutrition this past week? And how was your water intake? This way, every week, I'm not doing it every single day, but every week I'm having people take a look at their previous week and acknowledge like the poor choices that they're making, or like celebrate them, or like, you know what, I had a really good week. I'm giving myself a 10 in all 3 areas. And then I also get to celebrate them. But checking in on people, giving them a reason to come back and stay with you as your customer, or maybe even potentially become a coach because you're doing such a good job checking in on them and really helping them see the value in it and really keeping them accountable to getting their own results. 1 to 2 times per day, tune into the team page. Now, this is so huge, and I will, take some fault at this that, maybe I don't do that good of a job of keeping the vibes up, but I really can't do it alone. Any successful coach or team that you have, because they have a team behind them and they all kind of come together and work together. And I've been in other people's team pages just to do like live videos for them, and the engagement in there and like the love and support and people sharing what they're doing and asking questions is so insane. And it's just like, no wonder they're doing so well, not just the the top coach in their organization, but everybody, because they're all engaged. So 1 to 2 times a day, checking into the team page. Did you watch a YouTube video that was really helpful that you can share with the team page? Are you seeing any, like, I try so hard to share, like take screenshots of conversations or other stuff, just to show what I'm doing, but I don't like to share scripts, because the way you connect with people and like get people to sign up is really just by being yourself and talking to them the way that you would want somebody to talk to you, if that makes sense. So I don't like to share scripts, but I do like to take screenshots and share like what, how I handle an objection or, something like that to show you what I'm doing. So checking into the team page, being part of the team, bringing people into the team and making them feel welcome too is a lucrative ingredient to building a successful business. One thing I love so much about Beachbody is the community, and I really think our team does a really poor job at showcasing that compared to how we used to. And I love our team so much, and I know it's there. There's just something missing, and I will take partial fault at that. And so the prep time, and I think this is what gets people. And I'll say, like, I'm in so many groups, and there's a question that I hate so freaking much is, how long did it take, like people will post in groups and stuff, and like, how long did it take you to become a full-time coach, or how long did it take you to do this or to get there or whatever. But like, what if instead of asking how long, what if instead you asked, I wonder how far I can go? Like if I use all these ingredients every single day and consistently, I wonder how far I can go. I hate that question so much of like, how long does it take you? Because it's different for everyone. But just ask yourself, how far can I go if I actually try, if I actually have a reason why I want this to work for me? And the prep time for this, building a successful Beachbody business, is gaining momentum takes 60 to 90 days of being consistent. And a lot of people are not willing to do that. I was on a call last night that as soon as the recording gets posted, I'm going to share it with you guys. Christina Battaglia, I think is how you pronounce her name. She was saying how there's a lot of cheerleaders in teams who somebody will go in there in their team page and they'll rally up and everyone will be super excited and they'll be like, yes, I'm all in. I want this so bad. But they're just sitting there cheering and they're not actually going to do the work on the sidelines. Momentum takes 60 to 90 days of being consistent, going through all of the ingredients to build your business. Income comes as soon as the hustle comes, and hustle is not like a 24/7 thing. Hustle, there needs to be seasons of hustle where you hustle to build momentum, but then you find a consistent pace that is not going to burn you out. But the income comes as soon as you put in the actual work. There's no getting lucky in this business. No one, sure, there are some people who come in who have like a better friend group or like a tighter friend group that like will jump on board with them right away. But any successful coach is there because they did all of these things and they stayed up late and they woke up early and they put in the sweat, blood, and tears in order to build that business. And the impact is so freaking immeasurable. Like I haven't even made a footprint yet. And I love so much when I've had people commenting on my posts recently, like, you're the one that got me started on this journey. I thought of you when I didn't think I was going to make it through my workout the other day. Someone messaged me after in our ongoing group, somebody shared their before and after photos. And then she messaged me and she said, I had no idea what I was capable of. And I said no to you for so long. So thank you so much for not giving up on me. And like, I know that I'm making an impact and it is immeasurable. And that's from doing all of the work consistently and not giving up and not asking how long is it going to take, because I don't care how long it takes me to make 6 and 7 figures. I am going to continuously do it. And when it's my time, that is going to happen, but I'm going to continue the hustle and the grind. I'm very aware of where I'm at because of the work that I've done. I know the work that I've done. I know the work that I haven't done. And it's being aware of that, knowing where you want to go and doing the actual work to get there. The lives changed. There as many as you want, as many as you believe that you can. If you don't believe that you can, you never will. Sorry. And I truly believe that the reason you or anyone is not consistent. Sorry, one second. The reason anyone, you, whoever, are not consistent to certain things is because it does not mean that much to you. If it meant that much to you to reach XYZ goal, you would have a reason why written out and you would actually do the work. Okay. And the procedure for all of this, get yourself ready to work. Like mentally prepare yourself. Develop habits and routines to fit the ingredients into your daily schedule. And everyone's schedule is different. So I'm not going to sit here and say you need to wake up at 4 a.m. if you have to be in work at 5 a.m. I'm not going to say do an hour before work if you have to be at work at 5 a.m. Whatever works in your schedule, but you have to plan that out and you have to be ready to work. 2, combine all the ingredients on a daily basis. You can't just say, well, I'm going to skip my follow-ups today and I'll just catch up on them tomorrow. On a daily basis. If you miss one of the ingredients, just like in your cupcake, your end product will not turn out as you're hoping for. Okay? You can't just hope for it to turn out if you're not actually putting in the work. And then repeat step 2 on a weekly, monthly basis to develop the momentum, the consistency, and the discipline. That's not just going to come. You have to put in the work. You have to have a reason why. You have to be ready to work. You have to put a plan in place, and you have to get to work. The momentum will start to build as you are disciplined and as you just keep going. And then number 4, enjoy the benefits of your hard work, consistency, and discipline. I promise if you do these things and you make a delicious cupcake every single day, your business is going to reward you, pay you back tenfold. So, okay, so again, I'll share that graphic with you guys, but coming in to 2020, the work, however you want to end the year 2020 with your business, the work starts in October and we're already in December. And I know so many people have fallen off. I'm not worried about the people that are falling off. I'm worried about the people that want to build a business. I want to help those who want to be helped and who are in this. I'm here for it. I'm here for you. And so I just want you to think about, like, what is that next rank level that you want to be at? Where are you at now? What is your current rank? What is the next rank up? What do you need to do to get there? How many people do you need to be talking to every day? Really 10x your activities. Make a plan. I use this. It's called a Smart Life Push Journal. You don't have to use this, but this has just like really been amazing for me. And this is a new one. I haven't filled it out yet, but it has 4 a.m. until 10 p.m. listed on here. And I literally, every night before I go to bed, I come in here and I plan out my next day. When am I going? I first put in like any scheduled like appointments or things that I have going on, whether it's a call or a doctor's appointment for Blair or, other things that I have going on. And then I fill in business hours around that when I know I'm able to work. And then I put in, time with just me and Blair so that I'm spending time with her. I block off a little bit of time for me and Tyler so that I actually get time with him. Like, I'm not a monster that I only ever work my Beachbody business. I have a family. I have a life too, but this business is important to me. This business provides for me and my family. I make more than my husband does, and I'm so thankful for that because of the work that I put in this business. This is such an incredible opportunity. And I heard someone asked another coach the other day, like, how did you close the sale? And I loved her response. She said, I think that's your problem right there, is that you're trying to get techniques to close a sale instead of being an actual human. And, realizing that people have genuine like concerns or financial burdens or whatever it is, and just being a normal human, like when you're talking to them, when you're giving them information, and you know, when they do have an objection, like justify that, and that's okay. But then you have to come back and follow up with them and just be a human. Don't be some monster out there. You know, share religiously on social media. If you're obsessed with what it is that we have to offer, and you get obsessed with the process of your fitness journey, the workouts, getting results, being part of the team, and all of that stuff, that's naturally going to shine, and people are more naturally going to be attracted to you. So that is all I have for tonight. I'm going to share that graphic in the team page. I really hope that kind of helped you realize maybe, you know, what you're missing in your business, what you're not doing every single day, and what kind of is holding you back. If you have any questions, you can post in the team page, or you can message me. I totally don't mind if you're not my personally sponsored coach. I'm really here for all of you. I want all of you to see success, and I really want to do it together. So thank you guys so much for hopping on tonight. I hope you have a good rest of your night, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.